players playing well, very few injuries, financial fair play is in order, and we've done some business in the transfer window. What is going wrong this season? Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to The Road to Glory, Part 18, Season 3, here at Benfica. And so far, so good this season, despite all the problems that we had in the summer transfer window. And as you can see from the league table, we are joint top of the league. Well, we are top, in fact, by just one goal in terms of goal difference. From Porto, we have both played 7, we have won 7, and we have both got 21 points. We are opening a gap at the top already. Is it going to be a 2-horse race, even as early as this in the season? And today we will be playing at home to Juventus in the Champions League phase, and then we will be away at Gil Vicente in the Portuguese League. And can we maintain our 100% record and keep the pressure on Porto? But before we go into what has been happening both on and off the pitch, if you are brand new to the channel and you like FM content and you love to see people suffer playing this game, then why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very good cause that you can see scrolling up above. And don't forget, memberships are also now available for this channel, and you can become a member for as little as 99p per month. And if you would like to help us out, then click the join button below, select your level, and we can welcome you to the ever-growing group of people who are members of the channel. So let's have a look at what's been happening on the pitch since you were last with us. And in the last game of the last episode, you saw us beating Celtic by 1-0 in our opening game in the Champions League group phase. We then went away to Portimonense and beat them quite easily by 4-1. We followed that by an Allianz Cup third phase Group B victory against Estrela de Amadora, and we beat them quite comfortably by 3-0. But it all went wrong against Bayern Munich away, and in a very close encounter after we had taken the lead, at the end of the game they proved a little bit too strong for us, and we were beaten in the end by 2-1. But it was a very, very good performance. I'm not expecting to do anything in the Champions League this season, but we have performed in that game extremely well. And then against Rio Ave at home in the league, we beat them quite comfortably by 3-0, and we've just followed that with a 2-0 victory over Leixos in the Portuguese Cup. And so that will set us up in the Cup with a home game against Lutano, another game that we should win very comfortably. But we are back to business today in the Champions League phase, a game that if we are going to get anything out of this Champions League this season, we are going to have to win. I'm not very optimistic, and as long as we don't embarrass ourselves, I'll be quite happy. With a small squad like this, it probably isn't a good idea to be playing too much football, and coming out of the Champions League will be okay. It's not a necessity to win this competition or even to get very far in it. So as long as we do our best, I'll be perfectly happy. And then we'll follow that with the away trip to Gil Vicente in the Portuguese League, a game that we should win quite comfortably. Checking up on what has happened in terms of our injuries, we have pretty much a clean bill of health. We have Samuel Grillo out. He's going to be out for between 5 weeks and 2 months. He's just a young player, though. He's not a necessary player for the squad, and so we are pretty fit and healthy when it comes to injuries within the squad. Of course, we have a smaller squad, and if we have too many injuries, then we won't be able to put a team out. So I'm guessing it has something to do with the size of the squad. And in terms of finances, we are doing very, very well. And we are expected to make a profit this year of around about £51 million. Much, much better news than we've had over the last few seasons. And we have done a little bit of business in the transfer window. And we have already signed one player who will be joining us on the 3rd of January, and he is Sasa Andelakovic, and he has come in from Rudnitsky, and he's 18 years old. He is a left winger, and we are desperately short of wingers, and for £2.2 million, I couldn't believe my eyes. He is a very good player for an 18-year-old, and I think he has the potential to develop into a very nice player indeed. He has a first touch of 17, he's got finishing 13, good passing, he's got excellent technique, he's got great work rate, he's very pacey, good acceleration off the mark. He looks like a bargain for 2.2 million, and I'm very pleased to have made that signing. And then we have made an offer for Julio Pintos. We've made an offer of £4.1 million for him. He is considering a contract. He is at Penarol, and he is also a 20-year-old. He is a midfielder, can play as a central midfielder on support. This would be a great signing to make. He's got great first touch, good technique, he's got brilliant positioning sense, and he's a very aggressive player. We might have to tone that down a little bit. He's got brilliant stamina, and so should be able to last games very well. And he would do a very good job for me, I think, and I'm hoping that he will find the contract to his liking, and we'll have brought him in, I think, another bargain for £4.5 million, and that will be an excellent signing. So things are looking up in terms of the transfer window, in terms of injuries. We are also still playing very well on the field. I'm not really interested in progressing in the Champions League. I just really want to focus on winning the title for the 3rd season in a row. But we do have a Champions League game now, and we do want to do our best. We do want to try and get a result in what is going to be a very difficult game for us. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Juventus in what is going to be a very, very tough match is Alvarez in goal, with Julesgaard, Rodriguez, Morato and Bard at the back. Samu, Palacios and Haig in midfield, with Zolis, Andre Gomes and Endrick up front. It's the strongest team as I can select, and looking at that Juventus team, they are just outrageously good, and we will do very well to even stay within any sort of distance of them. We'll do very well not to be embarrassed. Media have given you a lot of credit lately. Go out there, make the difference, make me proud, make the fans proud. Let's go and kick some balls. Let's go and see if we can't do something against Juventus. And we do have a free kick early on, and Gomes with the free kick into the box. It's headed on, and it comes back out. It's headed back in, it's flicked on, and it's hit the crossbar. We have made a very good start against Juventus, but we have been so unlucky there. And here is Haig. Haig looking for support. He finds it from Julesgaard. Julesgaard tries to get the ball into the box. It's well blocked. It's headed away. It's coming back. We have made a very, very good start to this game. We've taken the game to them. We are going to play in a positive way to begin with. There's no point in sitting back and letting them come on to us and just trying to keep them out. We've got to go and play football against them. We are at home, so why not play football against them, take them by surprise. They are going to pass it around. We're not going to press them too much. We're going to let them pass it around. We're going to try and stand off them. They've got a lot of pace, and we're not really going to be trying to close them down too much, but they are playing very good football. They do have a chance. They have scored. I have a funny feeling he might have been offside. Was he offside, referee? I think he might have been offside. Please, VAR. He might have been offside. No, he wasn't. The goal has been awarded. We have gone a goal down after that brilliant start. It was just too good to be true. I thought we might get something out of this game, but Gabriel Jesus has put it in. These guys are too good to get too close to. We don't really need to see we accept that he was onside. And so from the kickoff, we have got work to do now. It's a mountain to climb already. We're a goal down in the first 10 minutes, something that I really didn't want. And here is Palacios, who's on a yellow card already. Samu finds Zolis. We are taking the game to them, but Zolis puts it way over the crossbar. He didn't compose himself properly. We're actually, if we lose this game, we're going to be so far down the league. We are going to be in 23rd position. We do have to play Shamrock Rovers next, which might make us give us 6 points and push us up a few places. But I don't feel very optimistic in this competition. Why would I? With the teams like Real Madrid, Dortmund, Juventus, Milan, Liverpool, Arsenal, we haven't got a hope. We have a very, very small squad, and we'll be lucky to finish in the top 20 or 30 even. So we have to just do our best and make sure we don't get hammered, which is what is happening. We're only a goal down, and we're doing extremely well. We do have a free kick. Can we make the most of this free kick? It's Andre Gomes over the ball. Can you do something from the free kick? He almost puts it in. Endrick puts it into the side netting. It was deflected. It goes out for a corner. It remains Benfica 0, Juventus 1. We have given as good as we got. I don't really need to see that because it doesn't actually show me anything. And Zolis will take the corner to the far post. There's a chance, and Morato has headed it in. Morato has made it Benfica 1, Juventus 1. What a result this will be if we can pull something like that off. And from a set piece, we've been doing some work this week on set pieces. Morato rose like a salmon at the back post. It's Benfica 1, Juventus 1. I want to check if we are actually being too aggressive. I'm going to say stay on your feet. Not only because they are great dribblers, they have a lot of pace, but we are picking up 1 or 2 yellow cards here. And at half time, we're doing a very, very good job. And I'm very, very impressed with how we are playing. And I'm saying it's time for everyone. Dig in, boys. And you weren't that bad. You can improve. You can win this game. And keep going. I think we can win this game now. And it is at the moment Benfica 1, Juventus 1. Can we do it? Can we keep the pressure up? We have still got the match momentum. We are still creating more chances than Benfica. But I'm guessing we will have some very tired players on the pitch very soon. But that's well done by Jules Gard. He finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez finds Haig. Did they underestimate us? And Zolis is in. Zolis has a chance, and he's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. It remains Benfica 1, Juventus 1. Zolis is not having a great game. He's not got his shooting boots on. It's unfortunate. Ball to the near post has hit the crossbar or the post and gone behind. It remains Benfica 1, Juventus 1. If we lose this game, we will be so unlucky. It will be a tragedy. And Benfica and Juventus are both tiring. After this highlight, I think it might be time to make some substitutions, bring some fresh legs onto the pitch. We know where this team is going to get tired. We know what we might need to do and where we might need to bring on fresh legs. We are going to get tired down the flanks. Our midfield have great stamina, and so they should be able to last out the game. But down the flanks, we might struggle. There's a ball into the box. It's a very poor clearance, and the goalkeeper and the defender got themselves in a mess. And is that a penalty, referee? The referee has said no. That is happening to us so much at the moment. Normally those are given as a penalty. The referee just waved it away this time though, and it is Juventus coming forward. They do have a chance. It is going to go in, and what should have been a penalty has turned into a goal for Juventus, and I'm really, really angry with the officials. They are checking VAR, but I think again he was onside. Looking at it, he was onside. And I think, no, it's been disallowed. And it remains Benfica 1, Juventus 1. I think it's time to make some changes, find out who needs to come off, and then hopefully we'll do a little bit better than we're doing. And so we have made a couple of changes, and hopefully bringing fresh legs onto the pitch will mean that we can hold on to this point or even do a little bit better. We've outplayed Juventus, actually. We've had far more chances than Juventus. We have been the better side all round. We've had better possession. I think we've looked a better side in terms of the highlights, but we've just not been able to seal a victory. Endrick, though, is looking to go down the left. We have taken off Zollis, and as his stamina is a little suspect out there, and we've brought on Perkins to play up front. Can Perkins make the difference? Ball through the middle, and Juventus are through. Juventus have scored. It's Bayern Munich all over again, and it is going to be another defeat in the Champions League. We dominated the game against Bayern Munich, and we lost the game. We've dominated the game now against Juventus, and we've lost this game too. It's just difficult to watch sometimes when this happens, but we haven't been beaten. We've done very, very well, and I can only be quite proud of the team. And I have just changed Jules Gard at right back, and he was tiring very, very quickly. Samu is tired, but he has amazing natural fitness. He has amazing stamina, so there's no need to take Samu off, and he will recover in time for the next game. It's going to be a defeat, I think. The moment Benfica 1, Juventus 2. It's a cruel game sometimes. We've been the better team, and I just sometimes feel that it could be made to look a little bit differently. They are creating problems for us now, a lot of problems, but that's well done. And here's Ruiz Carlos, who's just come on. Gomes looks for Perkins. Perkins is in the clear. Can Perkins score? Oh, he's put it just wide of the post. If ever there was a chance to draw level, that was it. He lost his head. It's not our night. We are going to be beaten. What a cruel game this is. That is a long punt to the far post. It's hit the crossbar this time and gone out of play. Benfica 1, Juventus 2. We've done okay, I guess. We can't win games like this. We are not good enough. And I can't be too hard on the boys either. And it would have been nice to win, but it wasn't to be. They were unlucky. We were the better team. And unfortunately we just didn't put our chances away. They did. And we are now in 22nd place. It doesn't look pretty in the Champions League. I'm not expecting it to be quite fair. And yeah, Benfica made to rue missed chances. We did. We missed a ton of chances and we paid for it. And now I've got another game in 3 days' time, and I have to go and get ready for the Gil Vicente game. We'll be right back. And so, just before we go to the Gil Vicente game, Julio Pintos has agreed to join the club, and we will just accept that now, and he will become a Benfica player from January, and that is a very, very good thing, because we are very, very short of players in midfield. We were very short of left wingers. We still probably need another left winger and a right winger in the winter transfer window. So this is a good start. It's a good signing, I think. He's a 20-year-old. He's a very good player for the future, and I think he will do a very good job for us. Well done. We have now signed our second player. But now it's time to go and play Gil Vicente. And so the team for today against Gil Vicente is pretty much unchanged from the team that lost narrowly to Juventus. We have Alvarez in goal with Jules Gard, Rodriguez, Morato and Mela at the back. Mela starts in place of the suspended Bard, Samu and Palacios and Haig in midfield, with Perkins and Zollis and Endrick up front. We've chosen to rest Andre Gomes today. He's a young lad who's played every single game, and he probably does need to have a spell on the bench just to let him relax a little bit. But this is a team that's good enough to go out there and beat Gil Vicente. I will be very angry with them if they don't win this game. This is a different game to Juventus, of course. We have to attack, we have to go forward. We really have to take this game by the jugular, and it's been a very, very slow start, and at the moment nobody's had a shot on target or on goal in the first 10 minutes. Even though we are playing very attacking, the Gil Vicente seem to be having the better of the chances. We've dominated possession, but unfortunately we haven't created a single chance yet. And so in the 17th minute, the first highlight comes along. Perkins has won the ball, but we've given it away. Zollis picks it up, he's given it away. And Ferreira brings it forward for Gil Vicente, but Mela, who's on a yellow card already, we need to maybe tell him to ease off the tackles a little bit, as it's only 17 minutes into the game. And again, they've won the ball off us, but that's a poor clearance by the goalkeeper. And we need to keep the pressure up on him. And here is Mela. Mela finds Palacios. Zollis. Endrick is in. Endrick will score. It is Gil Vicente 0, Benfica 1. Is it offside, though? I have a funny feeling it might be given offside, but it was at least a shot on goal. We're going to tell Mela to ease off the tackles. The goal is disallowed. It was too good to be true, and at the moment it's still not going our way, and we only need one goal, and that will be enough. They are tired. They're playing every single game, this team, but we don't have a squad strong enough to be able to field different teams for different games, which is why I don't want to be in the Champions League very much. And we do, though, need to win this game. I know they're tired. I know that they're aching, but we need to win this game. I'm going to demand more, unfortunately. And Endrick has the ball. Endrick finds Julgaard. Julgaard, I think, was not focused at all there, and I'm not quite sure what he was doing. He's trying to get back now into a defensive role, but Gil Vicente are coming forward. There's a ball into the box and they have scored, and that was a dreadful error by the goalkeeper, and we are a goal behind, and I'm not very happy with the team. They're not playing well. It's not working out the way that I wanted to this episode, and we could be losing ground to Porto now. This is a dreadful, dreadful performance. That was absolutely shocking goalkeeping, and I need to actually tell him that he is playing extremely poorly, and he needs to focus and get his act together. And Morato, though, is bringing the ball forward. I'd be very disappointed. Gil Vicente, they are nothing. They're a nothing team, and we are letting them beat us, and I need to berate the team as well. And here's a chance for Perkins. Perkins is in. Perkins has scored. It is 1-1. The team could let themselves off the hook if they can find another goal before half-time. I might let them off the hook. And without Gomes at Shadow Striker, we don't look to be much of an attacking threat. And Endrick, though, it is Endrick that's actually put it in, and not Perkins. Perkins, who is playing as the shadow striker today. I thought it was Perkins, but it's not. It's Endrick who's got the goal. It's Gil Vicente 1, Benfica 1, and Alvarez finally catches the ball, commands his area, and I need him to do more of that. It's his mistake that cost us big time early on, and now we have to put that right. And we're doing okay, though. We've got to win this ball in midfield. Zollis picks up the ball. He finds Samu to Haig. Haig bursting forward. Can he get the ball into the box? We need numbers in the box now. That's poor from Haig. He does get the cross in, and Endrick has made it 2-1, and somebody has started a fire in the stands in the background, and I don't mind about that. I'm sure the fire brigade will take good care of that, and we have made it 2-1. Nice work by Haig. I thought he'd overrun it at first, but poor defensive work, and Endrick gets his second goal of the game, his 8th of the season, and somebody starts a fire in the stands. And so it is now. Benfica 2, Gil Vicente 1. Let's get a third before half-time. Rodriguez is over the free kick. He can hit them, Rodriguez, and he does go for a curler, and it's hit the crossbar and gone over. we are being very unfortunate when it comes to finishing at the moment. We're dominating teams. We dominated Juventus and we were so unlucky. But if you don't finish, then you can't win matches. We did let Gil Vicente into the game. We've come back strongly. I'm very pleased with how they're doing. I'm pleased with their determination to get back into the game. And we are controlling possession. Let's keep that up. Let's play the way that we are playing. Let's win this football match. We are totally in control. All the stats are on our side. We just don't want to do anything silly. And defensively, we need to be solid. And I'm just wonder, should I have rotated a few players today? I wanted to win both of these games. And Endrick is in. Endrick has got a hat-trick. He's hit the post. And they are going to be able to clear. And that's another example of how we are being so unlucky when it comes to finishing. And at the moment, things are not looking as good. Although the results are good, we need to be much more clinical, and we're not. And here's Haig. Haig has a chance, and Henrik has made it 3-1. Was he offside? No, it is not being checked. It is now 3-1 to Benfica. It's a hat-trick for Henrik. He is going to be well at home in this league with these quality of teams. The opposition are not very strong. Haig's shot was deflected and Endrick said, "Thank you very much for my hat-trick." It is now Gil Vicente 1, Benfica 3. We are on the road to a victory here. Porto are also winning by 3-1. It is neck and neck in this league title challenge this year. And I think you're going to have to win every single game to win the title this year, because Porto are not letting up. And here come Gil Vicente, and he's just put it over the crossbar into the roof of the net. It remains Gil Vicente 1, Benfica 3. It remains Porto 3, Tondela 1. And so it's neck and neck. And we are still topped by that 1 goal difference. I'm going to go and make some changes, but I'll do it after this highlight, as Gil Vicente are going to look to bring it forward. I'm just going to come off the attacking now, go to a more positive style, just come down a notch. We don't really need to be attacking, and I'm going to put some fresh legs on in defence. Alvarez should claim that. He's made an absolute mess of it, and he has had a dreadful game, Alvarez. And it is now 3-2, and we could be off the top. Unless we get another goal, we could be pushed off the top by Porto. Alvarez has had an absolute dreadful game, and this was so easy. He should have just caught that. He made an absolute mess, and it's now Gil Vicente 2, Benfica 3. I need to go and make some changes, and Alvarez might be one of them. And so we have made some changes. We've strengthened up the back. We've brought some fresh legs on. It's a game we're totally dominating. We should be winning this. And we are in second now at the moment because Porto have gone 4-1 up. And we have dropped to second in the table. I did say that doesn't feel good in terms of finishing. We're having to grind out results at the moment, which is never a good thing. Against teams of this quality, we should be just putting them away. But we're not. We're not fresh anymore. These players have played every single game since the season began. The squad is small. I don't have the rotation capacity. Gomes, though, he finds Julesgaard. Julesgaard into the middle. We do have another chance at Endrick. Endrick with a chance, and he's put it way wide. And that was a dreadful effort. I do have one more substitution I can make, I think. I'm going to take off the... No, I don't have any more substitutes I can make. We might as well just go... I'll go back to attacking. I want to try and tie this game up, and he's hit the outside of the post this time. We are just not finishing well, and that is a sad fact of life at the moment. Porto are scoring goals at will. We are struggling to score goals. We are getting results, but it is a grind. It is tough. As Rodriguez has a chance, and Andre Gomes has made it 4-2, and that might be enough to put us back on top just on alphabetical order, and that might just be what we need to go back on top. I don't care if it's alphabetically at this point. It looks better when you're on top. Andre Gomes has made it 4-2. Just don't give another one away, and we will probably be on top. And we do have another chance, and it's another highlight, a Jules guard. Don't do anything silly, just pass the ball around. He finds Andre Gomes, who's very fit, very fresh, good player. Finds Ruan Carlos, who's just come on as well. Ruan Carlos tries to get it in as high into the stand as he possibly can, but it was deflected. It is a corner. Can we get the other goal, which will put us on top? We've had so many chances again. And the ball to the back post is headed over. It's going to remain 4-2. We've only converted a few of our 31 chances. Gil Vicente have a 50% chance conversion rate. We have something like a 20% conversion rate. There's a huge difference between the two teams. Of Gil Vicente going to make it even higher chance conversion rate. Rodriguez does well. Good interception. He finds Berto, who I've had to bring on for Alvarez, who was having an absolute nightmare today. 2 mistakes, 2 goals. That's why their conversion rate was so good. And they have been given offside. Is there going to be one last highlight? There are a lot of highlights in the games this season. I don't think this probably is it. As soon as he touches it, it will be full time. The referee's going to allow it to play on, and that is full time. It was a pointless highlight. We have beaten them 4-2. I don't think it's enough to go to keep our top position. I think Porto have probably gone top on goal difference now. No, we are exactly the same. After 8 games, we've played 8, 24 points, goal difference 20, exactly the same as Porto. It's going to be one of those seasons. I think it's going to be very difficult all round, and trying to beat Porto again this season, it's going to come down to those games against Porto, Sporting and Braga, and how we get on in those games. We've got some games coming up, games that 3 of which we should win. I don't give us a chance against Inter, and I'm going to play through probably until Milan, and we'll probably come back for Milan and Boavista, and we'll see how things are going at that point. And that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel, you like FM content, you love to see people suffer playing this game, give us a like, watch, comment and subscribe. Help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very, very good stuff that you can see scrolling above. Champions League is not going to plan, but I didn't think it would. But the league is still going to plan, even with this small squad. 8 games, 8 wins. Can't be bad. We will see you in the next episode.